Hello Reformers and welcome back to Middle-earth Shadow of War. Now you can see here that we do have the quintessential experience, which is of course to play as Talion in his quest to defeat Sauron. And we've played for, well, a large amount of hours, as you can see there. 100% we've completed it. And we now have the new DLC, which has just come out, and we play as the elven assassin Eltariel. This time around, let's start a new game and play as her, shall we? Alright, so put your skills to the test and experience the full breadth of the Nemesis System. I don't think I'm going to play with the Grave Walker. I think that is a little bit overkill, personally. So I'm just going to stick with the Nemesis for now, and maybe we'll raise it if we feel the need to.
I failed you. I stood with Celebrimbor, I wore his ring. And we failed to defeat the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord and the Bright Lord are one. A flaming eye above Barad-dûr. But I sent you to Mordor for the Nazgul. And your work is unfinished. Look to Minas Morgul, and the Nazgul who dwells within it. You know the one of whom I speak.
He died. I took the new ring and left him to die.
He now wears the ring of Isildur. He belongs to the Dark Lord. It falls to you.
My lady, I cannot. Let me come home.
You will wear the new ring. You will finish what you started. Then you may return home.
It will be done.
Well, I suppose we should say welcome back to Mordor, because it's been some time since I have last produced a video on this, and so, as you see here, we have some different mechanics to work with as well. Some special attacks infuse enemies with light. Hold that to use Cone of Light and infuse enemies with light in a wide area in front of you. Apparently we're going to have a lot of light going on here. Press this to throw a light bolt at your nearest enemy, infusing them with light and knocking them back. Fully infused enemies become blinded. When an enemy is blinded, you can press that, once again, to execute him.
My light will be their undoing.
Right. Okay, so have I infused them enough? I'm actually unsure whether I've infused them enough. Oh, okay. Okay, now that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright, so hold this to gradually heal over time. This can be interrupted by enemy attacks.
You've been injured. My light will heal you.
Alright, do I have to continue holding this? It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it, so I can just hold it once and then it will just regenerate our HP. By the way, did you realize that Galadriel was played by Jennifer Hale? Oh yes, very familiar voice, isn't it? Anyway, let us go over to our objective, which is not on the map, apparently. Okay, I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way then. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit, I suppose a little bit familiar, because obviously we do have the new ring, you know, on our finger, so we are somewhat used to some of our abilities, but I would assume that many of the abilities that Eltariel has in her possession are going to be a little bit new and, well, going to take a bit of getting used to, I suppose, as well. I'm actually wondering what ranged attack she has. Let's actually just see. Oh, she has a bow. Oh, okay. Well, that's perfectly fine. No problem at all there. Shall we just take a look at her skills for a second? Because, oh, hello, Talion. I don't know why you're here. There we go. Eltariel. Okay, so we have Radiance. We can upgrade her skills. As you can see, she has a lot of different skills here. She has legacy skills as well. So she has all of these, which are pretty fantastic. And I don't know, all of these are active? I would assume... Wait a minute. Talon Strike is active right now. I actually prefer Bird of Prey. Okay, well, I don't really mind too much about that. Let's take a look at this. What is this? Light Bolt and Cone of Light. Yeah, okay. Quick Shot. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to take a look at those when we actually do gain some skill points, because at the moment, we just need to get to the objective, don't we? That would probably make the most sense. Now, I'm wondering whether we'll be able to brand or dominate, in this case, some orcs. I would assume maybe, because we do have the new ring available. But obviously, Celebrimbor is not really with us at the moment, so maybe not. Really depends. Let's see what happens when we go in here.
Find him in the Great Hall.
This feels very familiar.
This does feel familiar, doesn't it? Alright, let's do this. Right, okay, so unfortunately I had to do it that way, where I don't know, it seems like the Cone of Light has a bit of a range on it, which is not particularly good, but I guess that's okay. Do we have... Oh, we don't have lethal executions. Oh dear. Well, this is going to be interesting. Alright, Elven Light. When your might is full, press that to activate this, and fantastic. Okay, so Elven Light is actually pretty powerful in this case, because we can infuse them with light, and hopefully we can execute them. Can we execute them like that? No, we need to infuse them with light to be able to do that. Okay, so we're still just learning a little bit here. There you go. So we've infused these with light, so now we can just kill them very, very easily. And it seems... Oh, yeah, we do have a multi-counter as well, so that's nice. Because I was a bit worried about that for a second. I thought to myself, how am I going to counter? Okay, I'm still getting used to this, do bear that in mind, so things are going to be a little bit rough. And, oh, it seems like we are upgrading our gear pretty fast as well, by the looks of things. Probably something to do with blinding people and all manner of things. Okay, so let's see if I can get these guys. There we go. What about an execution? Ah, we can still execute. That's nice. Alright, well that was pretty successful. Alright, so let's go into our inventory and actually just take a look and see what's going on here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we have a Huntress Blade, Huntress Dagger, blind 4 enemies with a single light trap. I do not currently have a light trap as far as I'm aware. Kill 5 enemies with quick shot. We don't have quick shot either, just yet. Kill a captain when your health is full. Well, that's going to be a bit difficult. Kill an enemy during Elven Rage, don't have that available just yet, but we do have upgrades for the Huntress Rune. And that's going to upgrade it to level 30. Recover all Elf Shot after activating Elven Rage. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. And there are actually some legendary sets. Do you see that? Wow, we actually have legendary sets for Eltariel. They've done a pretty good job on this DLC, I gotta say. Oh, and critical melee attacks infuse targets with 25 light. Right, so you need 100 light to basically infuse the target. I see. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so let's see if I can do another one of these. And we're going to try and infuse all of them this time. Can I infuse all of them? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go. And there you go. They're all done. Well, that was pretty interesting. Okay, so I should probably hold Y just to get back my HP. There we go. I don't need to continue holding it, and I can move around while my HP regenerates. That's actually pretty nice. I like that. But obviously we can't do it in combat, and we are going to have some difficulties regenerating our HP in combat, I assume. Alright, hello there. Yes, these guys are obviously going to prove quite tricky. I'm just going to try and continue to blind them as much as I can. Oh, these defenders are annoying, aren't they? Alright, so Elven Light is probably going to be the thing we'll use here. There we go. Maybe we can infuse some more of them. Try and get rid of some of the defenders, because they're obviously going to be quite annoying. Well, it seems like she's much more of a ranged character than Talion was. Which is interesting in itself, because it does lend to a little bit of a different playstyle than you have to go for. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but I think at the moment, considering our melee attacks, I'm not entirely sure if they apply light. I don't think they do. But if they did, then obviously I'd be much more inclined to get into melee, and considering we only have one might bar as well.
He is changed. He belongs to the Dark Lord. Your time has come, Nazgul.
You will not kill me again!
Oh. Well, this is not good, is it? I don't know why we're fighting Talion right now, because we actually got the good ending before with Talion, and, well, it showed him defending the land and defending his fortresses against the forces of darkness for many, many years, and he's actually doing good work, so it's a bit weird that we're having this happen now. Yes, I guess they just mistrust each other, because obviously Galadriel has told Eltariel where to go and what to do. Okay, let's see if I can get a nice execution on him. A little bit? It doesn't seem like we're able to do any damage.
You should have died!
Celebrimbor deceived you, as he deceived me.
Sauron!
I serve Middle-earth.
Yes, exactly. Listen to him, Eltariel. Listen to him, yeah.
I may wear Isildur's ring, but I am not yet a Nazgul. Shelob saw the future that has come to pass. She saw the great eye above Barad-dûr. And she also saw the need for a counterbalance.
Are you that counterbalance?
No. We are.
I was sent here to kill you.
You once told me that in the war against darkness, stalemate is victory. Do you still believe that?
I believe Mordor and the Nazgul must be contained. But how long can you fight this war before you fall and join them?
I don't know. So perhaps you should stay close. Come. Look. After the Witch King's fall, an attack commenced against multiple fortresses.
And by who?
That is what we need to find out.
As one power falls, another one rises.
That is the way of Mordor.
This fort would not withstand an attack of ghouls.
It's not the ghouls that concern me.
My lordship,
Attacks have commenced against the other forts. We must prepare.
this is unfortunate. If attacked now, we will fall.
What has happened?
Osran's departed a week ago to avenge his blood brother. Took his drakes with him. We have not heard from him since. Yesterday, Thrak was poisoned. He confronted Ahisu, who denied responsibility. Thrak, perhaps deranged by poison, stabbed Ahisu, who then bled to death.
It's a wonder you've been able to hold the fort as long as you have.
We won't hold it at all without reinforcements.
I may know a few orcs who could provide the defenses we need. They are unique.
Very well. I must attend to the fortress in Saragost.
Saragost?
Whereas you now wear the ring.
I will not dominate these orcs. But I will bring them back. One way or another. This should be interesting.
Interesting it is going to be. Enemies and allies help Talion defend his fortresses and reconquer those that fall. You will need to recruit allies in your battle against the Lord of Mordor. Some orcs will join your cause if you aid them in theirs. You will only get one chance to recruit each of these orcs. Throughout Mordor, roving war bands are launching invasions of their own, vying for territory and seeking the spoils of conquest. Defeat the leaders of these war bands to gain powerful pieces of gear, and use these mighty weapons of war to turn the tide. And so that is the beginning of the Blade of Galadriel. And I gotta say, I'm actually really enjoying it. I gotta say that the new playstyle of Eltariel is welcome, because, well, we've played with Talion for, well, you saw at the beginning, 60-something hours, probably more than that. I don't think it's actually a true reflection of that, but anyway, point is, that is the end of this episode, and next time we're going to participate in a couple of main missions and find out who led the multiple attacks on the fortresses and also assist Talion in his quest to defend Mordor against the forces of darkness. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.